welcome back to another episode of Creating Magic. I'm Danny.
And I'm Paula.
And today we are here with our good friend Imana.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I'm so excited this worked out. Time zones suck sometimes.
It's all good. It's all good.
So, Imana, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and just a little bit about you.
Okay. My name is Imana Grashuis. I'm a self-professed kitchen witch, photographer, and stylist, and since 2 years, an author. I am the co-author of the Unofficial Harry Potter vegan cookbook, and now we are going to talk about my new book, Where in the Wizarding World. So I couldn't be more excited to talk about this for the first time. So I've been waiting and brooding on this egg for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, we're so excited. And I know I have the cookbook. It's not in my office because that's not where you keep cookbooks. But it is gorgeous.
It is. It's a work of art. Like the recipes look delicious, but the pictures inside, amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we need to have a cooking party and actually cook the recipes rather than looking at pretty pictures.
Yes, absolutely.
You can do both. You can do absolutely both. If you want to do, like a coffee table party with only butter beer, you don't have to cook out of it. There are a lot of potions, snacks that are very easy and not very time consuming. So there is something for everyone. Like
we're gonna do that this summer. Paula, that's on our schedule. Let's have some fun.
Yes,
yeah, make some ice cream. Yeah, that's great.
Sold at ice cream. Yeah, sold.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the book, the new book that's coming out. What is it about? Or just give us a little sneak peek.
So Where in the Wizarding World is a hidden object book inspired by the adventures of Harry Potter. You can say it's an echo of the cookbook, but it's an entirely different universe. Because it's you can say it's like a spellbinding scavenging hunt. You are finding these items, and there are more than 20 widescreen photos styled and photographed by me. And I will read a little bit from the book itself, so you can have like a little insight. So with Where in the Wizarding World, readers can dive into a tribute to Harry Potter's universe and explore a series of full-page magical landscapes teeming with charming objects. Tour an ancient school for wizards, investigate a goblin bank, sneak into a mysterious manor, and more, as you retrace Harry's steps through the series on a hunt for special items, packed with mesmerizing miscellany, including crystals, quills, wands, feathered friends, and a hidden Horcrux or two. Even the most avid Potter fans might need a time turner to find all the items hidden in this book in one day.
Ooh, I love that.
That sounds so fun. So
this
pretty.
Is the cover.
So pretty.
This is the back.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful. That is that's like a good shelf book. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's very reminiscent of I don't know if they're a thing anymore, but the I Spy books from when I was a kid.
Yes, it's like a childhood dream coming true, because I've been doing these for years and years as well. Like doing them in the train when I was younger and, just having a lot of fun. And this was just, the book world needed a Harry Potter I Spy book. So I made it happen.
I love it. I can't wait to see the pictures, because your photography is beautiful. Like every time I see it, first of all, when you photograph food, I'm like, I don't care what was in the picture. I want to eat it all the time, because it's just, it looks delicious always.
Thank you. Because you guys Friends, I will give you a sneak peek of your house. So I will show Hufflepuff first.
Ooh.
So every picture has like a little parchment on each side of the page with 10 objects that you can search, in the photo. So you can, put a pencil in there and write them down, or just keep it like that. And it's just, you can lay the book flat as well. So you can have, the time of your life searching all these hidden objects. So this is the Hufflepuff common room.
Look at this. I want to live in this picture. That's
I love it.
So here are the items. And then I will show you a Ravenclaw, right, then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just so rich, even over a video.
Yes. That's amazing.
Like, honestly, I would have this book just to look at pretty pictures all day. I wouldn't even be searching. I'd be like, oh, this is so pretty.
With some nice music in the background. Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
ASMR in book form.
So how long does it take you to set up a picture like that?
It depends on my mood, because this book was not really a collaborative project as the cookbook was. Because it was such a huge project, I really needed the help of my friends, of my family. And this time I was like, how can people help me with this? I mean, this is just in my head. I cannot delegate this. This is completely out of my vision. So I took the time for myself for a while, and I thought, okay, this is going to be like a really busy endeavor, and I'm going to be, falling off the earth for a few months, but it's fine. I really invested in thrift stores. I went to a lot of thrift stores first and check out what stuff they had, so I could, visualize how the sets should be. So that was my first hunt. And then I built a studio in my living room to take all the pictures, because at the time when I started, it was already September last year. And yeah, it was very rainy, so I couldn't shoot in my backyard like I always do. And I was like, okay, this needs to be different. So I started to shoot in my living room, and I did like 4 or 5 hours per photo, because I wanted to have so many angles. And if there was missing an item, or there was not something to my liking, I needed to change that. And every photo is handheld made. So I didn't use like how do you call that?
Like a tripod or anything?
Yeah, indeed, like a tripod. So everything is handheld. And I was standing on my couch, like balancing myself off to make the photos.
Did someone get a photo of the behind the scenes of you trying to take?
This time there was nobody around. Like, I have so many behind the scenes of my cookbook, and I get food fights with my mom, like the craziest stuff. And this time was such an isolated project. And I learned a lot about myself as an artist, but as a woman as well. And it really depends on my mood, how I create things. For example, there is a dark mansion. I will say dark mansion because I don't want to give it away fully.
Yeah.
But there is a dark mansion in one of the pages of the book. And I was like in my darkest and lowest in the project. I was so tired. I was like, I cannot do this. I was like at the bottom. And I created the most insane set. So for me as an artist, I go to the darkness and find the light later. Do you know what I mean?
So it's like it's a reflection of you and what you were feeling.
Absolutely. It was a mirror. Yeah. Absolutely.
I love that. I can't wait.
Yes. Yes. It's coming out.
I get so excited. September.
Yeah.
All right. When Jude's next appointment is. I get so excited like to see you like my friends succeeding that I get so excited for you. I'm a crier, so I might
Me
cry.
too.
I just love it so much. So I'm super excited to have my hands on it and show it off. Because I show like the kids look through like Lennon's my current vegan. He's exploring being vegan. Well, he's vegetarian right now, but he's like, so I always show him, I was like, look, my friend made this and everything in here is vegan,
Amazing.
So he looks through it. So it's so cool to like know that you wanted to do something and like see your friend succeed in like having it come to fruition. So I'm very excited to see this new book with the pictures.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's so sweet.
It's also like a fun way to get people in general, not just kids, but like off screens. Like it's an interactive book that engages in finding things with being able to be like, okay, we're done with the screens for the day. Let's try to find some objects.
Exactly. And you can make a whole moment out of it. Just put some Harry Potter soundtracks in the background, have a nice cup of tea and some candles or like a lamp, whatever you prefer. You can create a whole escape through this book. And for me, it's so important to create these escapes. I've been using music, movies as a medium to go through life. So I think, especially for children now with all the phones and social media growing up, I think it's so important to keep these things alive and to share this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And it is already available for pre-order. So
it's yes, absolutely. So if you have anyone like upcoming Halloween season or their birthday or anything, like please pre-order the shit out of it and gift it to everyone you know. Because if they like photography and Harry Potter, you have a match. Yes.
Yeah. So
where can we pre-order it?
So you can pre-order it through Amazon. We have Barnes and Noble, Target, Goodreads, like everywhere. You can find it everywhere. Yeah, and we're gonna sell it in the US and in Canada first. So we're gonna sell it for $14.99 and Canada $18.99. So the pricing is also just very nice. It's a nice gift for yourself or
I was going to say that's
else.
Like it's not that expensive. It's very inexpensive, affordable. We love that.
Yeah.
Very
so that's affordable. Great too.
And then when people receive it, they need to write reviews.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's so important. So important for us. Yeah.
Because we would love to see more in the future, just by the few glimpses we've seen. Would you want to do a follow-up?
Absolutely. But I'm working on another project right now that is really, important to me. And it's going to be completely different than what I've done before. So to me, it's new. For the world, it's new. So it's going to be very exciting. So maybe after this project, I will look into it. But for now, this project is going to keep me awake for a few months.
Maybe we can have you back when you're ready to talk about the new project.
Yes,
we'll always have you back. Great. You don't even have to have a project to come back.
Yeah. You can come back and chat.
Yeah, that would be great. Absolutely.
So what is the actual release date of the book? I know we can pre-order now, but
yeah. So Where in the Wizarding World will be released on September 12th. So in Virgo season. Yes. So especially I'm like a huge astrology fan. And I was like, oh, it's going to be released in Virgo season. And it's about hidden objects and searching things and being, on point, organizing. I was like, yeah, this is perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
The stars literally aligned. So
aligned, perfect timing.
Exactly.
I can't wait. It's a great back to school gift for kids.
Exactly. That's such a good idea. It can take
or a gift for a teacher to keep in her classroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so many outcomes.
The perfect gift for a Harry Potter fan. We're ready. We have a list of people you could give this book to.
And also yourself. Give it to yourself too.
Give it to yourself.
Don't forget yourself. You need to treat yourself sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So important. And I had this book like for a week now, because as an author you get like a few months before. And I had it in my hands for the first time, and I got so emotional because, the cookbook was amazing. It was my first book, it was very emotional as well. But this is like my baby. It's mine. And I just did this on my own, and I was like, wow, this is so insane to have this in my hands. All those blood, sweat, and tears intertwined in those pages. Crazy. Yeah. So even I am happy with my own work, and that is not like a given for me. So, yeah.
I think we're our hardest critics. So,
absolutely, definitely.
Yeah. So it's huge that you're happy with it, I think. That's
absolutely.
As like a maker or anything like that, when you're your hardest critic, the reason you don't like sell something or whatever is because you yourself don't think it's, so if you're happy with it, that means it's
that's
super
everything.
Amazing.
Everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite? So I have two favorites, and they're completely opposite of each other too. So the first one is like sickeningly sweet, like horribly sweet. And I think you already know which character that could be. And like the other one is like the darkest of the darkest, where they have their big, meetings in a certain house, in a certain mansion. And those are my two favorites because of how the way they feel when you open the page, but also the accuracy of the objects I could find in a thrift store. They're completely different. They're not the same as the original sets, but they're still so distinctive to what I'm presenting. So this is one of my favorites.
Okay. Yeah. That's perfect.
And then this one.
Gorgeous.
Oh my God.
So
this is my dining area. I will be dining here with with the Dark Lord.
What did you do with all the items once because that's like it's a lot of things to accumulate.
Yes. So a few things that really catch my eye, like they're staying in my apartment as decor, and it fits beautifully here because I am a maximalist. So there's in every corner, everywhere you look, there are objects. It's just my thing. And I have a lot of storage. I think 2 weeks ago, I got the key for my first studio. So that's very exciting.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah. Very exciting. So
congrats.
Yeah, finally. So I really can't separate work and life right now to do that. So all that stuff is going to be in the studio and have like a place there to stay forever, hopefully. And yeah, so some things are going in storage, some things I give to my friends and family, and some things are going just in my forever ambiance, because the objects that I use have like a beautiful core memory. Every time I look at them, I'm like, yeah, served your spot. You are shining in those pages right now. That's just, yeah. For people, it's just the bottle, and for me, it's,
I love that you said that you're a maximalist. I saw this meme once that said minimalism is for rich people. I'm poor. I need everything.
That's so true. That's so true. But also, being in the Harry Potter universe for so long, and you see those sets year by year, I really dived into every single detail. And when I look back, everything around me is like from the movies, something small. So like my whole apartment is like a Harry Potter tour on itself. But I really got an amazing help with my parents at the end of the project, because without them, this apartment would be an actual thrift store. I couldn't walk in here anymore, I think. So
I think that's why Danny was asking what you did with all the items.
Yeah.
She's like, what are these things?
What can I add to my empty shelves behind me? They're only empty because everything's sitting on the floor because I'm reorganizing.
Yeah, but maybe one day when these books are out in the world, maybe like in the winter or something, I will do like a sale, because there are so many stuff.
You can have a little auction.
Exactly. Yeah. The Harry Potter auction. Seen in this, seen in that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, you'll hit a point where you're like, okay, now I am a maximalist, but now I can't even find my bed. So
exactly. And it has to be aesthetically pleasing too. So
yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Agreed. And we all have those spaces and are always looking for little things to add to our collections.
So combined, how much time did it take you to put, like, in months or weeks or whatever, to put together? Obviously you had like each photo session that you did with all these things. So like, how long did it take you to put all these items together to create the book?
6 months.
6 months. That's a long time.
And it was a tight schedule.
It's a long time to not have a living room.
So yeah, there was like a part of me that was like, this is awesome. I can work from home. I can have food whenever I want. It's just really nice in my own space. And then after 2 months, I was like, I don't like this anymore. Oh my God, it's too much. It's chaos. I am chaos. Wow. And I was like, pull through, girl. It's going to be okay. But it was an entirety of 6 months going on my bike. And, sometimes with cabinets on my back, just biking home with all the stuff.
Oh God, I'm really sad that there's no pictures.
And it was so fun sometimes, because there were some people, walking past me, and they were like, what are you going to do? I said, you have no idea. So, yeah. And, I think doing this alone was like the perfect way to get to know myself and what I'm capable of as an artist, but as a woman as well, because I don't need the help from anyone to carry my load or my objects or anything. And it was just so freeing. It gave me so much freedom and so much, breathing space to cultivate that for my next projects and, my career as an author. So it's much needed.
So do you want to, as you said, like cultivating your career as an author, so do you want to continue with like book things? And do you want to venture out of the wizarding world?
As painful to say this, to be honest, I feel myself, drifting away from the universe more and more. That has so many, reasons behind that. But the most reason is that I am changing so fast. And it's not keeping up with me anymore. I think there will be always moments that I will go back to Hogwarts to, hug my inner child and keep the nostalgia alive. But I was looking the movies every day of every week and every month. So I was like obsessed and reading the books like every 2, 3 months. So that obsession has died. And I've been grieving about it for a very long time. Because after this project ended, I was like, maybe I'm a little bit done with telling this story. I want to tell my own story now. And I think as an author, you need to get to that point to continue that as a career. So yeah, I'm changing so much, but for the good, And Harry Potter will always be very special to me, but it will not be the main character anymore.
Yeah. Everyone kind of needs that because sometimes you need to use a different outlet and share another story that you've grown through before you're willing and able to share your own story.
Absolutely.
Like, I know there's so many parts of like being part of this fandom that has shaped me personally and has changed me to be a different person. Yes. That it was like the stepping stones to get you where you needed to be ready to share that other side of you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think our generation saw the peak of this franchise and it's never coming back, Yeah, it's time for something new as well and give other people a chance to create stories for fantasy fans and just ride that wave, Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's coming up for you because
me too.
You're so creative. And I tell you, every time I share one of your pictures, I always tell you, I feel like it's like you in a picture. Like it's not so much Harry Potter or it's you. You're sharing yourself with us. So, and I can just in the picture, I can see the the work and the love that you put into that because these like landscapes, let's say that you put out it's not just like not to hate on a flat lay, but it's not a flat lay with like a book and a quill. It's like it's art. It's art, and I so appreciate you like sharing yourself with us.
Well, and it's also like the stuff you share. We know the inspiration behind it, but it's not a bunch of collectibles. It's not like the things you see on everyone's shelf, which is no problem for like people that are collectors like that. But like we would see your pictures and we're like, we know what this is, but there's nothing that's actually like
it's not a licensed item.
Yeah, and it's not even like a small shop item. It's like your take on a design, but we look at it, we go, "Oh, I know exactly where we are."
Yes.
Like the one I always remember is your shell cottage one. You did the shell cottage food. I always think about that one because I'm like, when do you ever see stuff for one like references to shell cottage are very rare.
It is, and it's one of my favorite sets ever because I grew up in Zeeland at the seaside, like 5 minutes of my house. And I was like always fantasizing about that little shell cottage, make breakfast there and just...
Shell cottage is the dream.
Really, it really is. Yeah. And I like to think the work that Stuart Gregg did on the Harry Potter movies echoes within my core as well. And I'm trying, and I don't want to sound arrogant or something, but I'm trying to make it better. And what I'm trying to say with that is that when I look at his work, I can already see where I can find the exact objects and how to place them, And I think what I'm trying to say is that everyone can create their own world if they want to, and I think that is the message I want to send out to people, especially with this book. You can create everything you want to. The first time I created something was like literally pulling stuff out of my cabinets from my apartment and putting it together and setting it on a photo. That's how it started. So I think, creating can be for everyone. You don't have to excel in it, but it is a great way to use yourself as a vessel to move things around, literally, and create something great.
You love that.
And I think we see, I've been following you probably for maybe 3 years, maybe more. But I've seen your growth, every picture. I'm like, how can you top this? And you're topping it like every time. So I'm like so excited to have this book in my hands because like the cookbook is a work of art. So I can't wait to see this book that's like literally filled with pictures because it's gonna be amazing. I can't
wait. And also there is like a section in the book listed with items where you can find some items I got for the book. You can buy them for yourself as well if you really like them or have an attachment to it. You can order it for yourself. We can have all the fantastic items listed. So
I love it.
Also great. Yeah. It was I think my publisher came with that idea because he was like, you use so much of it, and there is like an object for everyone there. So please list everything. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And I think for people, especially if they want to look at tarot cards or like it's all new to them, especially with miscellaneous, like mystical things. This is a great way to start, where to look.
Yeah, people are always looking for ways to make their collections stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And to highlight different things.
Exactly.
So I actually think that's a great resource because I'm always looking for like ways. You can't see it from here. This is my little dark art shelf behind me that needs redone, and every time I look at it, I'm like, it just needs something. It needs something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's get ready to wrap up. So, reminder, everyone, pre-order Where in the Wizarding World releases September 12th. And then, Imana, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me. Need to do that again. You can find me at Magical Food Department on Instagram. And I have a website, www.magicalfooddepartment.com. And that's my social media. Yay! Very simple.
And is there anything else you would like to share before we go?
I just wanted to extend my gratitude and say thank you to the both of you for having me. It was so nice to talk to you both and, in a different setting as well, because the last time we talked, so different. Mm-hmm. I think I cannot talk about the other projects yet. So unfortunately,
I can't. Well, when you're ready.
When you're ready, we're waiting for you.
Yes. Definitely. But thank you so much for having me. And please buy this book, Where in the Wizarding World.
Buying it this week. Yeah. Gotta wait for payday first.
Payday.
Hell yeah.
And we will share all the links to everything.
Yes.
Paula, where can we find you?
You can find me at Unconceivable. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, everywhere.
What are you currently streaming?
I am currently streaming Dreamlight Valley. I've become a little obsessed with the game. So I
We
kind of
have
let
a whole contingency of people that have become a little obsessed with
a little obsessed. So I am currently taking a break from Hogwarts Legacy and just living my best Disney life in Dreamlight Valley.
That's great.
Join our Discord. We're gamers now.
Yes, we're gamers now. Yeah.
And then you can find me at Mandrakes and Mischief on Instagram and Twitch, and then the podcast at Creating Magic Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And until next time, keep creating.